Hello, VC, people in the Thrifty Music Collectors and Listeners group on Facebook, and people that just came across this video on YouTube. I'm Tim, and you're watching another episode of Tim's Music Collection. I'm covering the vinyl right now, and this is episode 3. This is the second video that I'm doing today to complete the B's. As I stated before, I get a lot of my stuff at thrift stores and flea markets and out of dollar bins, so they might not look the greatest, but as long as they're playable, that's all that counts. That's all I consider. I'm not buying them, sell them to make a profit. I'm buying them for my listening pleasure. Well, now to continue on where I left off. I made it through the Bee Gees last time, so now I start off with, get a little closer here so you can see it a little better in the camera. Pat Benatar, and it's In the Heat of the Night. It's on Chrysalis from, oh come on, they're usually pretty good about the date on it. Okay, 1979. This is the one with Heartbreaker on it and I Need a Lover. And We Live for Love. Next one, Pat Benatar, Crimes of Passion. Well, one of my favorite of hers. This is the one with, okay, where are they at? Treat Me Right, You Better Run. Hell Is for Children. It's from 1980 on Chrysalis. Okay, Pat Benatar, pull this off. Pat Benatar, Get Nervous. It's on Chrysalis from 1982. It has Shadows of the Night on it. And Little Too Late. Pat Benatar Live from Earth. This has a lot of her hits performed live on it. It's on Chrysalis from 1983. Okay, next, George Benson, In Flight. It's on Warner Brothers. From 1977. I got this because trying to listen to jazz and stuff more, get into it more. Stephen Bishop, On and On. It's on ABC from 1976. This is one that has the song On and On it. And Save It for a Rainy Day. Okay, Blackfoot Strikes. This one's on Echo Records from 1979. And it has Train and the Highway Song on it. Black Oak, Arkansas, self-titled album. This is the one that, if it was Psycho DJ, the song that he has fun with, that Hot and Nasty on it. I should say Psycho DJ had 67. Black Oak, Arkansas, Keep the Faith. You see how it opens up here in front. It's from 72 on Atlantic. And another Black Oak, Arkansas, Balls of Fire. It's on MCA Records from 76. They do a cover of Ramblin' Gamblin' Man on here. They do rock and roll, Great Balls of Fire. Okay, some Black Sabbath. We Sold Our Soul for Rock and Roll. This is a double album gatefold. It's pretty much, it's from 1976, and it pretty much has their, around all their best stuff from the period with Ozzy as lead singer on this one. Next one, Black Sabbath, Mob Rules. Of course, this is with Ronnie James Dio as doing the vocals on it. Okay, Blondie, Auto American. This is Chrysalis from, shoot, I can't even see this through the shrink for the year on it, but it has a Titus Eye on it, and also Rapture. Those are the two big hits from it. Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Child is Father to the Man. This has like a Can't Quitter on it. It's on CBS. Don't see a year on it. Blood, Sweat, another Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Just a minute. My wife will get it. Blood, Sweat, and Tears. And their self-titled album. And this one has Smiling Phases on it. God Bless a Child, and When I Die. Just making sure I'm not missing any. Oh, and Spinning Wheels on it. More Blood, Sweat, and Tears. BS&T4. This is from, if it says even. Well, it's on Columbia also. Has Go Down Gambling on it. Lisa, Listen to Me. Take Me in Your Arms. Okay, this one is Mike Bloomfield, Al Cooper, and Stephen Stills. Super Session. This is one Wiley talked about, and there are several people in the VC that have this one. It's on CBS. Or Columbia, or should I say Columbia. Okay, now for a group I've seen in concert 3 times, 3 years in a row. That group is Blue Oyster Cult, and the album is Agents of Fortune. This one has like This Ain't the Summer of Love, Don't Fear the Reaper, ETI Extraterrestrial Intelligence, and it's a Gatefold. It's on CBS or Columbia. It's from '76. And this next one, some more Blue Oyster Cult. Sorry about that, my daughter had a question for me. Some more Blue Oyster Cult. It's Spectres. This one has Godzilla on it. Of course, everybody knows that song. Next is Blue Sweet, Put Down a Feeling. That's or everybody knows how that one starts with Hooga Chaka, Hooga Chaka. And they also do a cover of Something's Burning on it, and Working in a Coal Mine, and Never My Love. And what I find interesting, they have an early version of the song, Always Something There to Remind Me. That was a hit in the 80s. Can't remember for who that was for. Next up, Tommy Bolin, Teaser. This one's from '75 on Emperor Records. Okay, this next group I saw in concert back in '86 over in Germany for the European version of Monsters of Rock. That group is Bon Jovi, but this one's from 1985, 7800 Fahrenheit, and this is the one with In and Out of Love on it. But this next one's from '76. That's Slippery When Wet. Of course, everybody knows this one. Most of you probably have it. It has You Give Love a Bad Name, Living on a Prayer, Wanted Dead or Alive, Raise Your Hands, and I Die for You on it. Okay, here's a promo copy. It's Carla Bonoff. I think this might be her debut album. It's from, I can't see, it's on Columbia. But it has like someone lay down beside me on it. And here's one that I used to always like to crank especially on the first song on it. That's Boston, Third Stage. Of course, the first song on it is Amanda. And then it has like We're Ready and Can't You Say and Still in Love. Okay, this one has some water damage to it, but still it's in pretty good shape. That's David Bowie, Changes One Bowie. Pretty much has a bunch of his hits at the time. Here's one more of a comedy one. It's Oscar Brand, And Dave's here. Body songs go to college. And now I'm into a few that a lot of people like. Okay, Byrds. This is their first album. It's on Elektra. See if I can find a date on here. No, I don't see a date on it. But it has the hit that was from this one is "It Don't Matter to Me." Next one I have is Byrds. "Baby, I'ma Want You." Of course, it has that song "Has a Hit on You" and "Diary." And it's a gatefold. It's from 1972. And it's also on Elektra. Okay, next one I have two copies of. That's gatefold. That's a best of Byrds. Of course, it has around most of their hits at that time on this one. And the last Byrds I have is "Lost Without Your Love." Another gatefold. And it has the song "Lost Without Your Love" on it, which was a hit from it. Okay, next one I have one on Kama Sutra from 1970. That's Burr and Shipley, Tokyo, gatefold. It has "One Toke Over the Line" on it. Another song I like on it is "50 States of Freedom." And then here's one that I found. It's a two LP set, the best of Burr and Shipley, where they have "One Toke Over the Line" on there, and they do a cover of "All Along the Watchtower" on this one. And "Rock Me on the Water." And then "Grew Beyond the Morning." It's a gatefold. And the next one is David Bromberg, of course, more of an instrumental. On the back it has a picture of him with all his guitars and stuff. Okay, next is a gatefold one, "Brooklyn Bridge." Okay, it's on Buddha Records, a gatefold. I'm not sure, can't remember what year it's from, but it's the one with the "Worst That Could Happen" on it. And "I've Been Lonely Too Long." This next one is a single. I don't even know who it is. It's Mikael Brown, "So Many Men, So Little Time." some friends for my daughter gave me this one. Now, you'll see I have a lot by this guy now. Who it is? Jackson Browne. Sometimes I'm not sure which one, whether this is called Jackson Browne or Saturate Before Using. But I had a little surprise in this one. Do you ever get an album from one of these places? Making sure I'm pulling the right one out here. I think this is the other one. And you find you have an extra LP in there. Well, that's what I had here. Just that this is on Asylum Records. I can't remember which one this is called because it doesn't have it on here, but if you can see, I'm trying to get it so you can see the first track on there. Well, the first track is Take It Easy. And so I don't have a cover for that, so I'm just leaving it in with this one. It has an inner sleeve for it in here, so I'm just using that. Next one, Jackson Browne, Wait for the Sky. This one has Fountain of Sorrow on it, and farther on. Jackson Browne, The Pretender. This has There Come Those Tears Again in The Pretender. And of course, this one was the big one for him. Running on Empty, of course, with the songs Running on Empty and Below It Out and Stay were big hits for him off it. Jackson Browne, Holdout. This one has Boulevard on it. Jackson Browne, Lawyers in Love. Of course it has Lawyers in Love. It also has Tender as the Night. Here's one that I was given by an older friend from church, Anita Bryant. I haven't really listened to it, but it's older stuff. Now here's a Chicago band from the 60s, the Buckingham's Greatest Hits. It has like Don't You Care, Lottie Miss Clottie, Why Don't You Love Me, Mercy, 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 Hey Baby They're Playing Our Song, Kind of a Drag. And it's on Columbia. Here's one that I had before and I finally found it again. That's Buckingham Nicks. Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks. This was before they were part of Fleetwood Mac. This is on Polydor. And see, a song that was from here that ended up on one of Fleetwood Mac songs is the song Crystal that ended up on a Fleetwood Mac album. And I really like that song. Okay, here's Lindsey Buckingham, Law and Order. This is the one with Trouble on it. Buffalo Springfield. This is a stereo version, but it has For What It's Worth on here. Jimmy Buffett, Living and Dying in Three-Quarter Time. It's a gatefold. Just seeing if there's anything I recognize on here for Billy Burnett. Try Me. And he does a cover of Rock and Roll Lullaby on here. Jerry Butler, The Sagittarius Movement. I haven't really heard any Jerry Butler, but I've always heard about him. I figured I'd get some to listen to, and also with me being Sagittarius, I figured I'd get it. Okay, now for a couple I like. The Paul Butterfield Blues Band. And with them, he had some good musicians with him in it. Because with them is Mike Bloomfield and Elvin Bishop on this one. And on this one, Paul Butterfield Blues Band, East to West. Both these are excellent blues albums. And the last but not least album for this, the Fifth Dimension, or the Byrds' Fifth Dimension. It has like 8 Miles High and cover of Hey Joe, Wild Mountain Time. And it sounds like people have posted stuff on Facebook for me to see, but I'm not looking at that until I get done with this video. Well, that's all I have to show you tonight. That's gotten you all the way through my B's. Like I said, there's various Facebook groups for vinyl and music collectors. The two I've formed are the Thrifty Music Collectors and Listeners, and Christian Music Collectors. And then there's also the YouTube Vinyl Community Group, the VC Hillbilly Group, and the YouTube Cassette Community Group. And then there's also a couple for trading and selling vinyl or whatever you want. I don't really do that, but those are Facebook groups you might be interested in checking out. But so until next time, take it easy and keep on rocking.